said was a $1,500 fine, probated, 4 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person.
Right from the start, we're diving into a probation hearing with serious stakes. A $1,500 fine and 4 years of deferred adjudication might sound lenient, but here's the twist. If Jamal slips up, that deferred sentence can flip into real prison time. Let's see if this courtroom calm lasts.
Jamal Fischer. And are you all ready to proceed?
We are, Judge.
Court is calling 2024 CR 011671, State versus Jamal Ricardo Fischer. Can I have parties announced?
Ashley Jones for the state.
Megan Enriquez for Jamal Fischer.
And are you Mr. Fisher? To review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney, did you understand it? Are you the same Jamal Ricardo Fisher who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 011671 for the offense of injury to a child, elderly, or disabled person with intentional bodily injury on January 27, 2025 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yeah.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor, the state is going to.
Wait, did you catch that? Jamal's entire case just turned on his behavior during a Zoom call. One slip, one emotional outburst, and it triggered a potential revocation. It's a reminder that in probation, attitude is evidence. What do you think? Was the system being too strict, or did Jamal cross the line?
Proceed on violation of condition number 4. On or about the 28th day of February 2025 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Jamal Ricardo Fisher, did then and there fail to conduct himself in a proper and orderly manner during an inmate video conference meeting with the Bexar County Community Supervision and Corrections Department Supervision Officer in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
And the state will waive the remaining violation.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not, Your Honor.
All right. State, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, at this time, the recommendation from probation is amend for DDRF. I do believe that the defendant has undergone a mental health and a TAP substance abuse evaluation, both recommended DDRF, and at that time, that is the state's recommendation as well.
All right, thanks.
Yes, Your Honor, and that was the basis for his outburst with the probation officer. He does deny some of the things that he's alleged to have said, but he does ultimately agree that he did use profanity that was inappropriate. That's why he did decide to plead true. I believe what happened is that at the very beginning, when he pled for deferred, he was misinformed. He believed that he would be getting out. He says he signed for probation because he thought he would get out that day or the next day, but instead he was held in custody. Explained that that's routine and normal and that happens all the time. And so he waited in custody for 3 different evaluations. I believe the TAP, the mental health evaluation, and what was the other evaluation? Okay. Oh, a drug court evaluation. And so he waited in custody for those, and ultimately the mental health evaluation recommended DDRF. So when the probation officer came to meet with him, he says that the video wasn't on, he could hear him, and he was explaining to him that there were going to be new conditions, but he didn't have new conditions in front of him. He, in his mind, didn't feel that DDRF was appropriate for him. He says he doesn't have a drug problem, and since it's dual diagnosis, he doesn't believe his issue is drugs and that he's not a drug user, and that he was just trying to explain that to his probation officer, albeit with profanities, because he was upset that the probation officer explained to him that there was a long wait, and that upset him. And so that was what got us here today, was that interaction with the probation officer. But leading up to that, he was further upset, and he wants to explain it to you in his words as well, but this is kind of a synopsis of what he's told me.
Well, let me explain something,
Sure.
sir. I go over conditions with people in great detail. I go over conditions of probation with people in great detail. And I always ask people if they understand what they're being ordered to do. And if they don't understand, I explain it to them. So what I can tell you, when I place you on probation, what I said was a $1,500 fine probated, 4 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, 100 hours of community service restitution. That was to be waived once he completed anger management, affirmative finding of family violence, no contact with the complainant, and Madam Circle, which was an address, referral to felony drug court for their dual diagnosis program, a MIC evaluation, and DDRF. That's what I ordered. And so what I said was, we're going to try felony drug court with their dual diagnosis because it doesn't take them as long as DDRF. But the court did order you to go to DDRF or at least be evaluated for DDRF if felony drug court doesn't accept you. And the reason why
This is a crucial legal moment. The judge isn't just being strict, she's protecting herself and the system. If Jamal reoffends without getting mental health support, it reflects on her decision. Judges often balance accountability with rehabilitation, but here, she's making it crystal clear. Treatment isn't optional, it's part of justice.
I ordered that was based upon the evidence that was presented to the court on the day of sentencing that there are some mental health issues. Now, if I send you out into the world and I do not give you help from your mental health issues, you know what's going to end up happening? You're going to end up back here and you're going to say, well, judge, your attorney will say, judge, he needed mental health treatment and you didn't even try to give it to them. That would be my fault. That's on me, right? But when I give you things that you need to be successful on probation, you have to sign for those. And let me explain to you. Everybody has a right to their feelings, to be angry, to be upset. But at the end of the day, guess what? Everybody's just trying to do their job and they're hoping that they will have a nice day at work. Some people, it's like, gosh, I was supposed to be retired, or I really didn't want to do this as my career. Now I got to suck it up and just continue to do it. And I really don't like it. It's not my passion. Some people, I was only supposed to be here for 1 year, then I was going to trade school or going to college and do something else with my life. So everybody is just trying to have a pleasant day. And if everyone would treat everybody with kindness, it would really go a long way because everybody's just trying to do their job. Amen. So what I'm telling you is I have ordered DDRF.
Here it comes, the ultimatum, DDRF or prison, no middle ground. The judge has drawn the line, and Jamal's response here could define his freedom. Think about it. When your future hangs on one decision, would you swallow your pride or stand your ground?
You're going to have to sign for DDRF. If you don't want to sign for DDRF, then what I will do, I will revoke you and I will sentence you to 3 years in the prison. So you have two choices, and these are the only choices you have. Don't come to me with a third choice. Two choices, sign for DDRF or 3 years.
Can I just share? Ma'am, I never once had an issue with DDRF, and I know what you recommended. I never saw DDRF, as I was explaining to my lawyer. When my probation officer met with me on that Zoom call on the 28th, that was the first time I'd ever got actually a chance to meet him. I tried calling him, my mom and dad had tried calling him, my previous attorney tried calling him just to say hi. I'd never even heard of it.
But you know what the appropriate response is?
Name.
If somebody wants you to sign a contract, at least in this realm, in the 187, you need to say, well, I'm confused, sir, because I don't believe the judge ordered DDRF for me. I would like to go back to court. And then that would have been the end of it. Everybody would have been like, okay, and you would have came to court and you know what I would have done? I would have said, Mr. Fisher, I ordered first felony drug court because it's a short wait time. And then if not accepted by felony drug court, DDRF. And then that would have been done. I always tell people, don't get upset because things are not going your way. If you are confused about something in this court, you can always come back to the court and say, judge, they want me to sign up for DDRF. It's my understanding I'm not supposed to sign up for DDRF.
Maybe that my problem wasn't with the recommendation, and if he had said that, I would have been like, okay, well, this is my thing. You gave me, I thought it was a blessing, still think it's a blessing to be on probation.
Mhm.
I don't care, DDRF, whatever it is, if you're asking me that, you're the judge, so I'm not gonna say no. When the probation officer, all he said, his exact words, I was like, she wants to go to DDRF, and I didn't know if he meant when he said she was talking you or someone from the evaluations. All I asked was, what's DDRF? And his exact words were, you're going to have to wait a minimum 6 to 8 months to get a bed, and then it's a 4-month course. That's when I lost my cool. Then even after that, he didn't say these are conditions of your probation or explain what DDRF was. I was never upset about the recommendation. I didn't even know DDRF was a thing. The only reason I reacted the way I did was he said, you're gonna have to wait 6 to 8 months for bed. And I didn't know what that was for. I'm not gonna say no.
So here's the thing. So if you want DDRF as opposed to the prison term, all right. So I'm gonna deny the motion, alter and amend conditions for DDRF. Council, what I'll do is, Ms. Ferguson, I need a phantom date for a setting of 60 days. We'll come back in 60 days to see where he is in the process. Okay. All right, Ms. Ferguson, 60 days, phantom date. All right, so we'll be back in July 10th. July 10th, it's not going to appear in the system because if we have it in the system and they're ready to transfer to DDRF, they won't, and you'll lose your place.
Okay.
So it's just a phantom date, but everybody here knows July 10th. Okay. All right, probation, is there anything else he needs? All right,
Just to
thank
be
you.
clear, Judge, so that he's admonished here on the record. So today he will have to sign his new conditions agreeing to go to DDRF and he'll be placed on the wait list as of today.
Yes.
No,
No?
the wait list doesn't start today, Judge. You still have to go through an evaluation.
All right, so you still have to do a medical evaluation and everything of that nature, okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. You're welcome.